tell you my problems, meditating my silence. But I keep pushing my pen, rotating my stylus. Brokenness feeling like sin, now no breath, low dollar. Used to be left on red, now all the girls go holler. Now all the girls go follow. All the fake fans gon' pile up. I need peace to borrow, get that shit right.
Guys, so next story up, child. Yesterday on social media, Love and Hip Hop. Y'all know I stopped reviewing that show, and I don't know if they are recording for a new season. I know they said something about, you know, them changing kind of the scope of the show, and now it's going to become about the people and their businesses, and MTV is taking over. It's not going to be on VH1 anymore. We already know Mon Ami, I believe, has already separated herself from Love and Hip Hop and all of that. So this very well could be the result of the show coming up. I couldn't tell you, but we had EMoney, Erica, Bambi, Mama D, all over social media about a live that EMoney, y'all know her name is actually Imani, but nobody seems to say her name correctly, EMoney did. So apparently EMoney was doing a live, and she was just talking about graduating. You know, she's 18 years old. She's about to graduate, I assume, in May. And people on her live were asking questions about Bambi. Okay, mama named her Adizia Benson. Okay, they call her Bambi, but her name is actually Adizia Benson. So yeah, they were asking her about her, and she finally saw in the comments and was just like, you guys, please quit asking me questions about my stepmother. Okay, she was going on saying like, I don't want to talk about her. Don't ask me nothing about that lady. You know, I'm talking about what's going on in my life. Quit asking me about that lady. Okay, and so I had to break this story down in parts, because to me, people went wrong in different times of the story. Okay, so when EMoney said this, and shout out to Bondi, because I was watching her video, her video, that her live that she did on Instagram yesterday, and I was agreeing with everything. When the girl said, you know, stop asking me about my stepmom, okay, and she said, even the first time that she said, stop asking me about that lady, okay, I didn't feel like any of that was really shady until she got to that lady. I can't explain why the second one sounded shady and the first one didn't, but clearly she calls her stepmother. And then, you know, so I think that she was talking, but then she was getting aggravated kind of as she was even talking about her. She didn't want to talk about her, but she still had to talk about her. So by the time she said that lady, that did feel a little shady to me. Okay, not no big deal, nothing to get your panties in a bunch about, but you know, it was clear that she had an issue with Bambi and she didn't want to talk about it. Fine. That lady's statement, I guess, was picking up traction, and people were saying that to Bambi on her social media. Okay, and so Bambi ended up posting a picture of herself and said in the comment, you know, the caption, it said, it's giving that lady. Okay, now, was that being shady or petty? I mean, yeah, kind of being shady or petty, but you know, she was just commenting because that's what the girl had said about her. She did not reference EMoney. You really had to have known what was going on to even know what she meant, because, you know, you could look at something and be like, it's giving that lady, like it's giving that bitch, like, look at me, you know? So even though it was like, I mean, it was actually kind of cute, funny to me, you know? If you knew about the EMoney thing, then you knew what she meant. Otherwise, it wasn't gonna be nothing else, right? Then here come Erica. To me, it felt like Erica was just hoping for some kind of chance to come out and say something again, because we know clear as day, we know that Bambi and Erica have never seen it for each other. They don't like each other, and that's fine. So Erica comes back and was just like, you know, you mean to tell me this bitch who come out and such, I mean, she just went off on Bambi. Then told, you know, you don't even have to explain shit. Okay, talking about this big Charlie horse from Lamb Chop sing-along ain't gonna do nothing to you. Now, if Erica would have just left it alone, EMoney said what she said, Bambi said what she said, that could have been the end of that. But the fact that Erica jumped in and said all of that, I'm just going to tell you that Erica wanted to do it. She was waiting for a reason to do it. And the fact that Bambi posted a picture that said, "It's giving that lady," Erica was like, okay, here we go, finally. She been itching. We already know, like I said, them two don't like each other. And as the story continues to evolve, they've still been having bullshit happen behind the scenes with the custody of EMoney and going back and forth between Scrappy, mama named him Daryl Richardson, okay, also known as Young Merlot. But they've been having drama the whole time that they've managed to keep off of the show, keep out of sight for us, except for the small stuff that we saw on the show. There's been other shit that's been happening, obviously, that we didn't know. I thought the last that I had heard when they was on that family reunion show, remember when Bambi and Erica talked, I thought that they had got shit resolved then. And I mean, nobody said they was going to be ace boon coons or nothing like that. But I thought that maybe everybody was mature enough to realize that, okay, Bambi married to Scrappy now. She going to be around. They got all these damn kids together. And, you know, that everybody was working, trying to blend these families and do all that, you know. But no, that's not what's been happening. Okay, so once Erica came out and did that, and she posted the picture of Lamb Chop. Now, I will say that shit is funny. Okay, you know, called her big gums and all of that, you know, and I'm partial to, because I too have big gums. I have to keep control of that. And, you know, Bambi, before she got her teeth redone, she also had very big gums and little teeny tiny teeth, but now she's corrected that. So it'll just be a whole bunch of teeth and shit up in there. Yeah, Erica blew that shit up. Now, once she did that and Erica was wrong, then Bambi came back out. And this is where Bambi went wrong. Bambi then decided to let us know of one of many incidences, as she has said, of suspected abuse that Erica has had towards EMoney. Okay, now I don't know exactly what the issue was, but there's a police report that she said is public record. And like Bondi said, I don't give a fuck that it's public record, because if we didn't know anything about it, we wouldn't know to go look for it, you know? So yeah, you putting that out there that the girl had they had like some sort of EMoney was supposed to get picked up, and there was some sort of problems, and they was having an argument, and Scrappy noticed that she had a bruise on her arm, and you know, they were saying that Erica was the one who caused the bruise. And apparently EMoney has been confiding to Bambi since she was like 8 years old about the abuse that Erica has with, you know, on her, and all of that. So where Bambi messed up is now she has told the stuff that this little girl has confided in her about her mother, and put it out there for everybody. So you have betrayed the trust of this little girl. Okay, well, she's 18. She's considered an adult. She's not really an adult. She's still, you know, it depends on what part of the story. One time she's a kid, the next time she's an adult. You know, that's how it goes. But the fact that Bambi decided to put that out, well, that was wrong. All right. But see, Bambi thought that what she was doing was really making Erica look bad. And it does make Erica look bad in the sense that you can't control yourself and you up here beating your kid enough to have a bruise on them. It's one thing to discipline your kid, and then it's another thing to fuck them up. Okay, so if you leaving bruises and shit, you doing too much. And the fact that Bambi decided to tell everybody that, one, it's embarrassing to the little girl. Two, you know, you done told this stuff about the little girl. She thought that she was telling you that in confidence, okay? So yeah, that was fucked up of Bambi to do that. And then, of course, after she had did that, then Erica decided to go on live. Now, you guys, if you've been watching me any length of time, or if you watched me while Love and Hip Hop was on, you guys know that I do not like Erica. I have never liked her. And I don't usually say that about a lot of people, but Erica has always had a stank, fucked up, funky attitude. It has always been there, okay? And it's always a you mad at me, I'm better than you kind of way. She's always been that way. So when she went on the live, I knew that that's exactly how she was going to be. You know, love, you know, I know you're upset, but if I wasn't me, you know, I would also be upset. You know, you guys tried to get my kids taken away from me, and I don't need no help raising my kids, and I do it all, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so then Erica said that, and then Imani got back onto social media. Actually, Imani got back on before Erica went live, but Imani got back on, and then she just really was super emotional. And you got to understand that as a kid, 18 years old, even though people want to call you an adult sometimes, shout out to Marcus Houston, you know, she's upset, and now she's just saying everything. Ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about. You know, her saying how Bambi got these kids, she can't even take care of the kids. How you lay down with a man and have 3 kids, but you can't take care of them. You know, like Bondi said, that is definitely something that she's either had a conversation with her mother about, or she has heard her mother talking about it, you know, to other people. Like I said, this has been going on for years and years and years. That ain't nothing that a kid usually would say. You laid down with a man and you made 3 kids and now you can't take care of it. That is from a person who knows what it takes to take care of 3 kids. Okay, so that's nothing but some shit that she done heard. And then you know, her going on, you couldn't even take care of the kids, that my sister's hair was falling out because you couldn't bathe her properly, and you know, that's nothing. My mom, I got smart with my mom and I popped her, you know, I mean, and she popped me, and that's nothing. Okay, it was enough for it to be a police record, a police report that was made, even though Erica said that there was more to that investigation, and I guess she was found not guilty. I mean, she obviously was found not guilty or whatever, because she still has all her kids, right? But because Bambi said that there are multiple reports and that this has been going on since the little girl is 8 years old, then I would say that, yeah, maybe Erica does have a problem, you know, controlling her anger. It just turned into a big mess because you had Imani coming at Bambi, which was understandable because you're talking about her mother. She still loves her mother. She still lives with her mother. She is going to protect her mother, right or wrong, okay? And so everybody was just wrong, okay? And then Mama D came out, okay? And Mama D started, you know, just saying how, you know, her granddaughter has seen a lot and been through a lot and has kept quiet because she was trying to stay in the place of a child. But, you know, she does have a lot to say. She wasn't disrespectful. I mean, she didn't get disrespectful in the sense that she didn't call Bambi no bitch, and, you know, she didn't do any of that. But, you know, Mama D, this was perfect for Mama D because Mama D has never liked Bambi either. But you guys remember that Mama D don't like Erica too. Okay, so Mama D is gonna jump in on whatever's the bandwagon is at the time. Right now, she's not fucking with Bambi, so now Bambi is the bad guy. So Mama D is saying how Bambi has done these things and all that, and the little girl has seen a lot, which I'm sure she has, you know, and I'm sure it's been a lot of drama, but all this was going on, and I was just like, all this over, quote unquote, that lady. Do you guys see where Erica jumping in and blowing this shit up? If Erica would have just left it alone, Imani said what she said, Bambi said what she said. If that would have been it, that would have been it. But then here come Erica, as usual, blowing shit up. I always think about that scene when she had on them high-ass hill platforms and she was calling herself, going off on whoever it was. I don't know if it was Mama D or Scrappy or whoever. And remember, she fell and she flew all into the wall and shit. I mean, I still see that damn scene in my head, you guys. But, and I also think of when she was going off on Jocelyn and then got pushed in them bushes. Woo, you guys. Now, I just hate that all of that is happening. I hate that all that happened. I hate that Erica blew it up. But yes, everybody is wrong. Everybody has their moments in that story where they was wrong. Everybody is, like they said, the castle is running the fuck amok. like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. It ain't even that serious. But you know, when it's emotional, Bambi said she's not gonna say nothing else about it. You know, that she basically said what she said and she ain't lying. I mean, I'm sure everybody feels a way. Everybody probably has a reason to be the way that they are. Okay? But yeah, that shit should not have gone where it went yesterday. It was ridiculous, child. It was too much. Oh, now I forgot. Since we was talking about love and hip hop, I just wanted to say this part real fast. Erica Mena, I want her to, now she's another one that I don't like. She's not a favorite of mine at all. Okay. I feel like this girl needs to finally accept that whatever it was that she had with Safaree, however ridiculous that relationship was from the start, it got out of hand. She somehow decided to fall in love with the nigga, I guess. Okay, had missed the memo that this was a reality show relationship, and then she decided to fall in love with him and got married to him and had kids, not one but 2 kids, after he had already told her after that first one that he wishes that he didn't have that first one, did not want the second one. I guess she thought that bringing the second one in was going to make their relationship stronger, and you guys know, like I know, that is not how it works. Okay, and it's just been going on for years and years. I mean, it feels like it's been going on for 10 years. It hasn't, because the oldest baby ain't more than 5 or 6. Okay, but this relationship was stupid to begin with, and it continues to be stupid, and it's sad because now there's 2 kids involved. Now, they finally did get their divorce. Remember, she was upset that he only had to pay $4,000 and some change for child support. But it was just sort of like, okay, girl, y'all divorced. You got your child support shit set up already. Just leave the rest of it alone. Okay? But she continues to see he's a trigger for her. And it's so funny because you think to yourself, Safaree is a trigger for who? Like, who takes Safaree that seriously? But she is still very hurt about Safaree. Okay, now the newest bullshit that comes with Safaree is this relationship that he supposedly is in with Amara La Negra. And first of all, it didn't surprise me because Safaree is the type that's just going to jump on whatever to keep his name out there. And Amara La Negra is also that type. Okay, she is the one that wants to continue with Love and Hip Hop and keep her name on that show. Such promise, such talent, all of that. When she first came out on the scene, I mean, it was all about her career. I thought that girl was going to blow up. Okay. And she has now been reduced to being in a relationship with these no good niggas. She got twin little girls. The daddy is not around. I remember all the shit that went on with her and the daddy of the babies. And now they're saying that Amara La Negra and Safaree are in a relationship together, which I'm just sort of like. So I guess the babies had their first year birthday the other day, last weekend, and there's video of Safaree giving the babies both Rolex watches. Okay, now, you guys know, like I know, Rolex watches are not cheap. All right. If you want to get a nice good one, you know, you're going to expect to pay $10,000. I mean, that's the lowest of the Rolex watches. Okay. And they continue on up from there. And so him buying it, I mean, that's flashy. That's flexy. He's just trying to make himself look good by giving these babies these watches. Okay. And him and Amara Negra are supposed to be in a relationship and kissing at the party and all of this shit. But to me, that makes him look worse. You have 2 kids with a woman. I don't give a fuck if you don't care about Erica any longer, but you have 2 kids that are your blood that Erica says that you don't do those kind of things for. And so that, to me, any man that can take care of somebody else's kids and don't take care of his own, they is fucked up. Okay? So that makes you look worse. That makes you look like ain't shit to be actually given that type of gift to a kid, and your own kids don't do that. I mean, you pay $4,000, and I bet you any good money that nigga don't do nothing else than them $4,000 for that child support, being spiteful. Okay? But yet and still, you done spent somewhere around $20,000 on these watches for this. This is ridiculous. So of course, you know, Erica's saying how, You know, it's just funny how he does this for them and don't do the same for his kids. And what I can say to Erica, even if I do or don't like Erica, what I can tell you, girl, listen, I don't know what it's going to take for you to get that nigga out your system, but get him out your system. You are a pretty girl, even though you fucked up a lot of your body and your face and everything, getting all this shit done. But still, it's plenty of people out there that still would like to be with Erica. Okay? And grab yourself by the bootstraps and get you a new nigga that looks and does better than Safari, and that shouldn't be hard. Okay? And I know the heart wants what it wants and people be in love and all of that, but this is not a loving relationship. That man doesn't respect you. He don't respect them kids. He is out there making you mad. He's doing them things to make you mad. It's just like, girl, I just really wish that Erica could somehow heal her heart enough to move on, because it didn't got to the point where now I'm just like, child, I saw them damn watches and I was just like, now he ought to be fucking ashamed of himself. Okay, and I mean, just all on the video, holding them up and the Amada La Negra. And then also, that has a lot to say about Amada La Negra. Now, listen, I know there are women out there who can't tell their men what to do and all of that. But if you can be with a man that treats his own kids the way that how you think this is going to turn out for you and your kids eventually? You really think that he's in this for the long run? Nigga, he want to be on the show. Okay? And maybe she want to be on the show, so maybe they got a mutual thing going on there. But, I think that is something wrong with a woman, too, that thinks that they coochie is strong enough to get this nigga to act different, honey. Coochie is coochie. When he gets sick of your coochie, he gonna move on to the next coochie. If he getting any of your coochie to begin with, because I can't even believe if this is a real relationship or not, if it's just for Love and Hip Hop. I can't tell you if the show is recorded. I don't know what is going on, but yeah, the Love and Hip Hop characters yesterday, these last week or so has just been doing the most, child. So yeah, that's enough. That's enough about that. Do you guys believe that Safari and Amada La Negra is in a relationship together? Y'all let me know.
Back tomorrow, somehow all the fans go bravo. Smile so much to hide my sorrow. Faith is shaky and vibrato.
All right, you guys, next story up. So somebody in my comments yesterday said that Quad was officially off of Married to Medicine because they could not, well, I had been hearing that they were having problems settling the contract. You know, they have already been recording. We've seen that they've been recording around Atlanta, and Quad was not recording with them. So people were, you know, usually when that happens, it's because there's some contract issues that they're trying to work out. And there was a comment that was made on social media where one girl was just like, I can't believe, you know, you're not going to be on the show. Like, I am so mad at you. And Quad seemed to confirm it by saying, I'm sorry, honey. You know, what can I do to make it up to you? Like she was confirming it. Well, this morning when I decided to look up this story, I saw on Deadline that they have announced as of April 19th, which was yesterday evening, apparently, that Quad did sign a new contract. Quad will be returning to Married to Medicine for the 10th season. And yeah, you know, this is the dynamic that people wanted to see. Now that Phaedra's on the show, I thought that they were bringing Phaedra on as a friend of Quad's, you know. So now that Quad will definitely be there, then now Phaedra will have somebody, because I don't know if Phaedra is friends like that with any of the rest of the ladies. Everybody's here in Atlanta. Atlanta's very small, especially when it comes to the celebrities out here. They all run in the same group and all of that. So they knew each other, but I think that they brought her on to kind of support Quad's story, whatever that's going to be. So yes, she actually will be on Married to Medicine for the 10th season. And it's going to be interesting, you guys, because I told you guys that Dr. G, which is Quad's ex-husband, and his new wife, okay, because they actually filmed the wedding on the show. And this, of course, was before Quad signed her contract. So Quad was not at the wedding. I mean, Quad most likely wouldn't have been at the wedding anyway. But it was interesting to see that all the ladies was there, okay? And that the ladies are actually all friends with Dr. G still, even though Quad, I mean, and that happens, you know, that, you know, once they break up, sometimes people still stay friends and all, but it still has to feel a way for Quad to know that all of her workers, or whatever you want to call it, they all supporting. I mean, maybe they just thought that Quad wasn't going to be on the show, so they was like, fuck it, we gonna go. But it's just sort of like, damn, nobody is supporting Quad. And that, I know that has to feel some kind of way for Quad. So it'll show up in the show. I don't watch Married to Medicine. I don't review it. It's a regret of mine, but I'm not going to ever add that show now because it's been on so long. But Quad, I know enough about the story to know that, him being on there with his new wife, and then for them to have broken up on the show, that's gonna be a lot. I think part of Quad probably wants to show America, or the viewers, I should say, that she's not bothered about Dr. G's new relationship, because when he posted that they had gotten engaged, she was on there congratulating them. Okay, so I don't think they have like a fucked up or a funky relationship with each other, but still, you guys, that's still a lot. That's still a lot to have your ex-husband and his new wife on the show. That's gonna be interesting on the show. The wife is not a character on, like, she doesn't have a place on the show, but she's definitely a friend of the show. She's gonna be on there. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting, and we'll see how Quad navigates through that. And what happened last season? Didn't Quad fall out with all of the people, or did they not friends with Quad and stuff? Y'all have to let me know what's going on there. But yeah, Quad says, baby, if you run her money, she will be there season 10.
I can't hold a frown too long. I can't stay down.
All right, you guys. So Fox Network, the Fox Studios, Fox Networks, whatever you want to call it, they have settled the defamation lawsuit that Dominion Voting Systems had against them. Now, Dominion Voting Systems was trying to sue for $1.6 billion for defamation. You guys remember during the when Trump was running for president the second term, he was saying that the voting system that Dominion had, the machines that we voted at, he was saying that they were rigged. And everybody knew that the damn shit wasn't rigged, but Trump was saying that they were rigged. And Fox Network knew also that they weren't rigged, but they were jumping on the bandwagon and confirming or holding up and, running all these stories about the voting system being rigged when that was not the case. And not only was it not the case, they knew that it wasn't the case. They have all of their big name personalities on Fox, emails between each other, talking to each other about the fact that this was really not a true story, but they were still talking about it on the news. And this is a national news show, and they are constantly telling everybody that the voting system was rigged, and it wasn't. Okay, so Dominion was just like, oh no, motherfucker, you ain't about to do this. Okay, because I'm sure that company, if their system is used on elections, that's a lot of money they can lose out if everybody decided to stop working with Dominion and another company came in its place. So Dominion was like, oh no, honey, you gonna give us this 1.6. And so right before they were about to go into court, they had already jury selected and literally they were about to go into court. They decided to settle. They settled for $787.5 million. So not quite $1 billion, but still, that's a whole bunch of fucking money. That's a big hit for Fox. And they probably said 1.6 billion, just hoping that it'll come close to that number. But I bet you good and damn well Dominion is happy with that almost $800 million that they about to get. Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. My neighbor is cutting his grass, child. It's always something happening when you try to do a video. But they said that Dominion had a very strong case, and they also said that Fox Network was worried about very embarrassing testimony that was bound to come out in the case. You know, they were gonna call them people up there on that stand, and they was gonna have to tell about them emails, about the conversations that they had, about the fact that they knew that they was lying. These are respected journalists, you know, depending on who you ask, that have a responsibility as journalists to deliver the correct news as you know it. Now, if they didn't know that they were lying, that's one thing. Like, if they truly thought that this is what it was, that's one thing. But when you know that you telling a fucking lie, and you sitting up here telling the American people, you know, a lie as a respected journalist, then yeah. So they said that Fox was concerned that people was gonna be looking bad, and it was gonna be very embarrassing to the thing. So they decided to go on and settle. I was just like, well, I guess so. And I'm sure a lot of people are relieved on that. That's a big ass hit on Fox Network, and you know, really attacks their credibility. Like, who's gonna be believing? I mean, besides the extreme alternate right and all of that, but who is still stupid enough to believe the shit that Fox Network puts out, if this is the things that they do, you know? So yeah, that's a whole lot of money. But Fox was just like, yeah, we better go on and just bow out gracefully. And so that seems like that's what they are doing. Good for Dominion, honey. When you know you right, you better fight.
Running from pain, running from strain, running from things,
all right, you guys, and then lastly, Jalen Hurts. He is now the highest paid NFL player. Well, I think I had in history, but I don't think that that's right. I think that there was another player. What was the man's name? Deshaun Watson. Oh, yeah. No, this is the biggest. So Deshaun Watson had a 5-year fully guaranteed contract with the Cleveland Browns, $230 million. Okay. Jalen Hurts has a 5-year deal, $255 million contract, with an almost $24 million signing bonus, I believe, with the Philadelphia Eagles. So this is the way it's broken down. So only 170 only. Okay. But yeah, only 179 million is guaranteed, whereas Watson's was guaranteed the whole thing. So I think that that's where the difference is. He has an average annual salary of $51 million. Hurts will own a base salary of $4,204,000 and a workout bonus of $100,000 while carrying a cap hit of $4,799,486. Now, I don't know what none of that means. All I know is that's a whole bunch of fucking money. At the end of all of that, $255 million, I mean, damn. That right there lets you know how much money the NFL, the NBA, the NHL, the baseball. What's baseball? Can't think of it right now, but it's so much money. It's so much money out there. You know, that they can afford to do something like that. It's amazing. This boy is he's a grown man, but he's 24 years old, same age as Joe. I was like, Joe, you doing something wrong, baby. But yeah, you guys. So the good part of this story is that he has a black female agent, sports agent, Nicole Lynn. Okay, put you in the mind of the game. And what was her name? What was Wendy Raquel's name on that show? But anyway, I immediately thought of her when they said that it was a black female sports agent. This is the largest contract that's ever been completed by a female, okay, white or black, or any other race in there. And it is the second largest deal ever negotiated of the NFL. So that is great, okay? I mean, old girl gonna get the fist pump of righteousness on that one, because, honey, you got to know that the damn, what's the word? Not salary, but I can't think of the word. Y'all know that she makes off of that is substantial. So baby girl is paid too. Okay. And we love to see a black woman doing it. All right. So, but yeah, that was it. I wanted to tell you guys about Jalen Hurts. These football players is out there making good money. Okay, so congratulations to him and his $255 million contract.
I can't hold a frown too long. I can't stay down.
All right, you guys, you know what? Before I go, I just want to say two things. One of the Roxstars I just remembered asked me to shout out her birthday. Y'all know I be forgetting to do this, and you know, you guys continue to ask me to do it, and then I feel bad when I forget. But I do remember that this one girl, Shanice Woods, I don't know if she wanted me to give her government, okay, but that's what it is, you guys. Oh, it's not her birthday. She has asked me to congratulate her. She is graduating in May, cum laude, okay? Getting her degree in social work, and she is this is her AA degree. She's transferring to a university for her bachelor's, you know, which is fantastic. You don't have to go straight to a university. You can get your you can get your AA at a junior college and move on to get your BA at a university. And so great for her. Still hard work, still have to be committed to it, and I am happy for her. Okay, and she's doing social work, which you got to have a special place in your heart to do social work, you guys. My mom worked in social work until she died, and well, until she retired at 50, I should say. But and I know what the shit my mom went through back then. I can just imagine what it's like today. Okay, so yeah, she's doing the good work. She's fighting the good fight. And so I wanted to say congratulations to her. Y'all go on and give her a little congratulations. And then also, just real fast, this video of Chance the Rapper, people being all up in arms about Chance the Rapper out there at Carnival in Jamaica. People are saying that because he's married, he shouldn't be doing that. And all I can say to that is there is a time and a place for everything, okay? Carnival is the time and the place to do that kind of thing, all right? I've never been to Carnival, but y'all, Debbie, I've told you guys, her family is Belizean. I have been to plenty of Belizean parties, and I can tell you that shit gets wild. It gets wild. And if you are, you know, Western civilization, American, not used to that, then yes, it can be a little bit like, oh my God. But once you realize that this is all in fun, this is part of the culture, the people are dancing, you know, and if it is the time and the place for it, then it's okay. You know, now it's different if, you know, we at a wedding and everybody is, you know, dancing to Ribbon in the Sky, and then here you come wanting to hump on a lady and doing all that ain't your woman, or even if it is your woman. I mean, that is not the place for that. But yeah, Carnival, what's the big deal? Okay? Honey, them people be all over everybody. It don't mean that you want to fuck them. It don't mean nothing. It is a part of the culture. It's a part of what they do. To me, it was not that big of a deal. Okay, if Mr. was doing something like that and we was at Carnival, well, first of all, Mr. ain't doing that because Mr. can't dance. Okay, we can barely get a two-step. Okay, this is where Mr. live, right here. He tried to do anything else and baby, he is off that beat. But if we was at Carnival, chances are if he over there dances on somebody like that, then I'm probably over there dancing on somebody a different, you know. So it's just like, yeah, it's in good fun. It's Carnival. I'm sure that people today probably wish that we didn't always have a goddamn camera everywhere. People can't even enjoy things because you got to worry about the camera, people videotaping you and then turning it into something else. I don't think that Chance was trying to get with any of those women or anything like that. Now, would me and Mr. be out there doing something like that? No, that's just not us. But what I'm saying is if it was something that we would do, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Okay, because it's the time, it's the place. So y'all get off a Chance. Okay, I'm sure it was plenty other people that was doing that too. But Chance, he was really enjoying it. So he was all leaned back. The guy was holding him up so he could do it. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of stuff, but you know, all in good fun. I don't care about that. So, I mean, and I guess the person to ask is his wife. How did his wife feel about it? I mean, if she had a problem with it, I'm sure she could have a conversation with him. But as far as I'm concerned, child, I don't care. So the motherfuckers getting shot every day. We can't even worry about what Chance over there doing. So yeah, that's it. I just wanted to make sure I got those two. I'm getting hot in here, even with this air going. It ain't blowing high because I don't want it to hit the mic of the phone.
With my feelings, and sadly I'm uncomfortable with healing. I can't hold a frown too long. I can't stay down too long.
All right, you guys, that is it. I'm gonna get on off of here and get this edited. We do this every single week, so make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back.
I can't stay down too long. Look, running from pain, running from strain, running from things, running from schemes.
Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.